Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is I want to talk about Google's self-driving cars. Now, Google has been developing this project for a while, and they actually have it on some roads already, or they were trying to, but apparently they're not as safe as people think they are, because the state of California still requires or these cars to have licensed drivers in there. Now, why is that? In case if the vehicle were to be non-functional in some sort of way or have some sort of malfunction, then they would have to take over the wheel themselves. And you know what? I mean, there was actually a case where the vehicle immediately needed a handover from the actual driver themselves. Therefore, they had to take control of the wheel and then go on about their business in terms of driving. Now, if you think about it, this is kind of similar to cruise control, if you think about it, because cruise control, you set out a certain speed you want, and that's fine. But you're still paying attention to the road no matter what, in case you have to use your brakes and all. I mean, the difference with this self-driving car, I believe, is like it brakes and then steps on the gas pedal for you. But, for people to say that it's not as safe as we think it is, then I would say that's partially true. I mean, this is kind of similar to cruise control, except it's a little bit better from my understanding, unless if I'm wrong about that. Who knows? But, in terms of self-driving cars themselves, like, it may be safe most of the time, but would I buy a self-driving car myself? Probably not. I would probably just rent one if I have to, if I'm doing long road trips and stuff. But to go locally, I mean, I would just take a regular car and then just be alert out there on the road myself. I mean, self-driving cars is obviously convenient, but it requires a licensed driver on there. And the article that I read this about, which linked me in the description below, mentioned something like, good thing there wasn't a blind person in there when the incident happened. And that got me thinking, like, okay, for special needs, how is this going to work out? But either way, I figure, like, for driving, there are certain limitations on there. But I think they can't, like, restrict certain people or restrict some people to not drive on the roads unless if it's really necessary. But to be blind, not 100% sure about that. But either way, these projects are still in development, from my understanding. And I don't read too much about these very often, but to have self-driving cars out there, it may be fun at first and relaxing. But what's the point of it if you have to take over the wheel? Then again, like, they're probably going to make every self-driving car like that. That way you can avoid an accident from happening. And it's good. You just got to have a reliable driver in there at all times that is not just sitting back and then looking through their phone and all. I mean, me personally, if you're going to have a self-driving car, you should still keep an eye on the road no matter what. But if something were to happen and if the car is not functioning, just be ready to use the pedals and the steering wheel and then your shifter, and that's the way to go. And now, as far as these things being safe, I mean, obviously they're still in development, so they're not going to be 100% safe. And plus, just by looking at the pictures in this article, it looks like a smart car to me. And I don't know how safe these are in terms of the structure. I mean, I don't know how much metal is on there. Like, is there more plastic than metal just so the car got lighter and could go faster? Maybe. But then again, like, how is that any safe if all the parts are just covered in plastic? You gotta have some metal on there too, in case if the car were to get totaled. But you don't want the driver to be killed in the accident as well. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys feel like these self-driving cars are even worth putting into development? And if they are they gonna even be safe out there? Because no matter what, driving isn't always safe. You just have to use your own judgment to make it safe and to prevent an accident from happening. And you got to think ahead before you make a move, because once you make a move, it's too late and you have to go on with it. You can't hesitate when you're driving on the road, but you can't go crazy at the same time. Think before you act. If you're 100% sure you can make that move, do it. If not, you're better off just slow down and wait. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say, so leave a comment down below. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check out my description below for social media links, Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.